Hey guys, and welcome to a new episode of my Road to 500 Mil from Slayer series. And I'm sorry for not uploading for the past like 3 days. I just had very little motivation to actually play Runescape and get on and make a video. I literally haven't made any progress on anything in terms of Runescape for the past like 3 days, except last night I did do a stream. But other than that, I did not play at all. So that just happens. But anyways, I'm back in the swing of things, and I'm going to be making daily videos hopefully for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. And let's just go into it because you know, they take a long time to get through. So to kick off this episode, I got ice strike worms for my first task, and I love that task. It's pretty short. It's like 30 minutes. Well, I mean, I guess I usually complain if a task is over 30 minutes, but this task is pretty straightforward and I actually like it, so it's not too bad. And as for the experience I get from it, it's a really good experience for Slayer and combat, especially magic. So overall, it's a really good task, and one good thing did happen during it. I did get a Staff of Light, so that is my first Staff of Light of the series. So I was pretty happy about that, and you know, I just went on my next task. So task number 2, I got Dark Beasts, which you guys should know I'm not really keen on those. They're okay, but they are kind of drawn out, and they're really boring after a while, and I get them at least once or twice an episode now, so I hope that stops, but you know, whatever. I did get pretty lucky on it though. I got 5 rings in one task, which I don't think I've ever gotten on any other Curdal task ever, so that was pretty cool, I guess. So that added to a lot of my ferocious rings. And then I also got a Triskelion key, so that was cool as well. So overall, good task. For sure, really good experience, as you can see, per hour. But I mean, the money is pretty bad, so that's the only reason I don't really like it. After that, I got Iron Dragons, which I really like that task because it's pretty quick and it's really good experience. So these tasks take around about 15 minutes, but it was 20 minutes because I had like a really high amount. I got like 95 or something. So the D-bones and the other drops do add up after a while, especially if you get a large number, and the experience per hour isn't too bad here as well. So overall, I really like Iron Dragons. I would like to get them at least like twice an episode. That'd be pretty nice. To follow that up, I got Ganodermics, which is one of my favorite tasks. It's probably in my top 6 or top 5. And I love when I get them because, you know, it works on a loot video, and they're good money and really good experience. 140k an hour. The only other tasks that I know of that get over that are the Celestial Dragons, which is 141k an hour for me, and Glaciors, which is like 160 something k an hour or something like that, something pretty high. And then another task that I'll have later in this episode, which I'll talk about. But yeah, overall, it's an amazing task. I think I got a few UCs this task as well, so it was pretty good money. And the task time wasn't too bad either, like 20 minutes for, you know, 1.5 mil loot or something. Yeah, you can't really complain about that. So after having 2 really good tasks in a row, 2 fast ones, I got Black Demons, which I really don't like. Now that I'm done with the loot video, they're not that fun to do. And, you know, these tasks still take around an hour. I can do them faster, it's just I do them so slowly because I don't like them at all. So it's hard for me to pay attention and actually just knock them out. But, you know, I got through it, and the ashes do add up after a while, so it isn't too horrible like that. But I probably will start skipping them more often than I do now, so yeah, that's probably just what I'm gonna do. So task number 96 of the series, I got a unique task that I haven't had this entire series so far, so I was kind of surprised and I was pretty happy about it. I got Calgarian Demons. So you guys should know that these are like the newer Slayer monsters out of like all of them. I think there might have been like one newer than that, but these came out in like May or something this year, and you know, you have to do them for titles and stuff, and you know, they kind of suck. And they have high HP, and they hit a lot, and they have high defense, so they are kind of tedious. But I love this task. It took me around 50 minutes because I did get a lowish amount, and I was kind of rusty at them, so I didn't do them at full efficiency. But on my 3rd drop, I got an Onyx. That was kind of hilarious. On stream, a lot of people were betting I was going to get the title first kill, and then some guys said I was going to get an Onyx 2nd kill, but I got it 3rd kill, so he was pretty much right. That was actually really funny, but at the time, Onyxes were, you know, like 1.1 mil, I believe, but still, that's like 1.1 mil added to the tab right there, so I was pretty happy about that. A little later, I got a Skirt, which was also pretty nice as well. But overall, this task is one of my favorites. It's probably in my top 3 now. In order, my favorite tasks are probably Irits, Nihils, and then Calgarians, because look at the Slayer experience on the Calgarians. That is 160k right there. And honestly, I could have gone faster. So, I mean, it could have been way more than that, or a little bit more than that. So, I just can't wait until I get another one of these, and then I can discuss more about them and stuff like that. So I do use Mage on them like you should. I think I use air spells because it's cheaper, and then I just go from there. They're pretty tedious, but you know, overall they are kind of fun, especially only there for an hour, I guess, and you make tons of money. It's like 2 mil per task, if not more. This one was probably close to 3 mil because of the onyx, but yeah, overall, great task. After that, I got one of the more boring tasks. I got Tazars. But again, I'm going to be doing the Fight Cauldron whenever I finish the loot video for them. I'm getting pretty close. I think I'm around 400 or 500 done. So I'm almost halfway, or a little bit over halfway. This task took only about 15 minutes. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, let's move on. After that, I got Griffalaroos, which are one of my favorite tasks as well because, you know, they're really fast. And this one took 15 minutes, but remember, I can do them a little faster. Now, instead of doing 15-minute tasks on Griffalaroos and Griffalapines, I can finally do them in 10 minutes now that I don't really AFK them. So I'm changing the time on all of them to about 10 minutes because I do them in 10 minutes now because I've started to use more of the Sunshine and I do pay attention more on the Griffalaroo and Griffalapine tasks. But overall, the money is okay here and obviously good experience per hour. And especially if I'm dropping it down to 10 minutes per task, it's a lot more XP per hour, which I have accounted for in the XP per hour. And after that, I got my favorite task, like you guys know. I got Irits, and this one was 143, so that was a huge amount, and it was about 45 minutes, so it's pretty nice. Nothing really happened during the task, but of course you make really good money there, you know, almost 2-3 mil an hour just from the bones and the other drops, so of course pretty satisfying. And I got to go and do another task. And I got Griffalapines, so that was another good task, and like it's showing, I did in 10 minutes because I tried my new way of doing it, and yeah, so it was pretty enjoyable as well, just a quick task to be done, quick points and stuff like that. Yeah, moving on. And to follow that up, I got Irits. So the past 4 tasks was a Griffalaroo task, Irits, Griffalapines, and then Irits. So that's pretty funny. This one took another 45 minutes because it was about the same amount. It was only like 3 more. So the experience is really good. It's like 250k strength like per task, and it's like almost, I want to say, like 100k Slayer. I don't really know. I think it's a little more actually. So in that little amount of time, I got like 200 something k Slayer in like about 2 hours. So that was pretty awesome, and I would like to get more Irits. I don't really get them all the time, but I have been getting them a lot recently, which I really like, but I'll probably go on a dry streak eventually. Like in the beginning of the series, I went like on a 50 or 60 or 70 or something dry streak of Irits, so hopefully I don't have to repeat that because I really like them, but I'm just happy I did get 2 in one episode really close to each other. So to follow up that epic streak of 4 awesome tasks, I followed it with another great task. I got Glaciers, which of course are really good. This time I got a little less than normal. I got like 50, but I did get 5 shards, so you know, I got the normal average. And on the last time I did Glaciers, you guys should remember, I got too many shards. So good, I'm keeping somewhat of a good average, and hopefully I can finish the staff with this series. But the only thing I don't like about Glaciers now is that they're a little slower than normal because they buff their HP a little bit, or they buff their defense. Something happened and they're just not as easy anymore. I guess they're pretty easy still, they just take a lot longer for some reason. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or they did buff them a little bit, but I think they buffed them a little bit. After talking to a few people, I think their HP was increased. But, I mean, I guess it's okay. I mean, their Slayer experience is pretty good per hour, as you still can see. Look at that. Yeah, overall, I really enjoy it. Hopefully, I can get some more. And after that, I got Griffalapines, which you guys are probably wondering why I'm getting so many Griffala whatever tasks this episode. I don't know. I really don't know. But another 10-minute task, pretty quick, and I enjoyed it. And then after that, I got my second favorite task of all time. I got Nihils, which is one of the best hourly rates of money for any of the Slayer tasks. It's like 3-4 mil an hour. Excluding, you know, Glaciers, Calgarians, and Tormented Demons, where luck has some way of into the play. But Nihils, like, they're constant money. If you do the Ice Nihils only, they're amazing money. And I'll probably make a Nihils guide pretty soon. But yeah, something bad happened during this task. My yak died or something. Something happened, and I had to pick up the drops off the ground. And I had 2 Nihils on me. I don't know why I said Unis, but Nihils on me, and they were piling me, and I had like no food. And I was trying to grab the items, and I kept on lagging, or not really lagging. I was just choking, and I couldn't like actually click it. So I died. I didn't lose the items. I went back and I got them. I think no, I did lose the items. There were a few unicorn horns, or shark or something I had to pick up. I lost them, but oh well. So I'm adding a death to the death counter, I guess, but you know, oh well. And then to finish off the episode, I got another Griffalapine task, And yeah, you guys should know already, I'm getting way too many of those this episode. I've gotten 4 griff tasks, so like 3 pines and then 2 ruse. So that was a really good episode. More than a fifth of my tasks were just griff tasks, but of course they're really good experience. Not the greatest money ever, but like they're really fast, so it really doesn't add much to the Slayer time, and it really adds to the Slayer experience. So that concludes episode 7 in terms of tasks. So let's go into the stats and drops pages and see how they changed. Okay, here is the stats for episode 7, and let's look straight at the Slayer experience. I'm probably going to start on that first of all every time now, because it's the most, important one out of all the stats for the series, and I'm at over 5 million Slayer now. That is a really good achievement, and I've always talked to Adam, one of my friends who also slays a lot, that he didn't get any effigies and 5 million Slayer experience, and if you're watching the video, man, I'm at 5 million Slayer experience without effigies, and I'm probably going to go another 5 million, honestly, with my luck, but I'm just not good at getting effigies when it comes to Slayer. I get them on bosses pretty commonly, but dang, they just don't want to give it to me for Slayer. But yeah, so 5 million Slayer experience in 54 hours. That is roughly 100k an hour. It's pretty close to 90k. A little bit, I don't know, I don't want to do the math, but it's pretty close to 90k an hour, and it's like probably 88k an hour, something like that. But overall, I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully we can change that average with more Calgarian and Glacior tasks overall. But as for the combat experience, I'm over 5 million strength as well, so that's pretty cool. I'm getting roughly a 1-to-1 ratio on strength and Slayer. That's kind of what I wanted, because that means if I get, 25 million Slayer, I'll get 25 million strength, and that'll be really good to get my 120 strength. I'll be pretty close by the end of the series, and everything else is pretty close to over 3 million or close to 4 million, so everything's going good there. As for the rings, I did add like 6 this episode, so I'm at 14. I don't really care for them that much, it's just kind of cool to count. And as for the tasks, obviously 105. I added a few skips, I believe. I don't really remember. For the deaths, I added one for the Nihils, of course, because, my yak. And then my points are over 3,000, so that is pretty cool. So let's go into the drops now. So I added a lot to this drops page. As for the key halves, nothing really changed there. But look at the Dark Bow and the Staff of Light. I added one of each. And I forgot to discuss that I did get a Dark Bow on the Dark Beast task, but I did. And that was on my second task of the episode. So there you go. I got 111 right next to the Visage. I actually got 4 ones in a row. So that's kind of cool. Still no effigies, but as for the charms, everything's going well. I did add a lot of blue charms because Calgarians and Glaciors do drop a lot of blues. And, it's always nice. I want to hit over 1,000 next episode. Hopefully I can get, like, more Glaciors or, Calgarians. So we'll just have to see for next episode. So I think that shows everything you need to know for episode 7. Let's go into the price check. And I'm going to do it like I do in every episode now. I'm just going to say what it is and just show you the tab, just, on a pre-recorded thing. So let's go there. So as you can see, that's my tab. And it's kind of unorganized, like I usually have the bones and stuff all in a row. It's just with price checking and stuff, everything kind of gets thrown in there. But, everything's going well. And remember, I have other items in other tabs, like, in the farming tab, I have dwarf reeds, and then in the Zammy tab, I have a few items from my Slayer series that are in there because of the Zammy and stuff like that. But overall, everything's going well. I did get a lot of money this episode because of Ganos, Black Demons, Calgarians, Irits twice. I got Glaciors, but nothing really happened. Nihils are great money too. That's almost like 1.5 mil, 2 mil per task. So that's really great. And if you remember correctly, episode 6, I know it was a long time ago. It was like about a week ago, but that I had 83 mil at the end of the episode, and right now I have 96 mil, so that's pretty awesome. I increased 13 mil, so for next episode I for sure should be over 100 mil, and my goal is going to be 110 mil. That means 14 mil gain. I probably can do it if I get some lucky tasks, but we'll just have to see for the next episode. But yeah, it looks like this series is going well. I am 1/5 done in terms of money, and I'm already at 5 million Slayer. So if I continue this rate, I'll probably get around 25 mil Slayer and roughly 25 mil Strength and times 5 everything. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to continue this series, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.